Today I'll talk about analysis of diagnostic tests. Laboratory tests can be broadly classified into screening tests and diagnostic tests. Screening tests are conducted in apparently healthy individuals to detect the earliest sign of a disease, whereas diagnostic tests are performed for confirmation or exclusion of the clinical suspicion of a disease in a symptomatic patient. Hence, screening tests should be very much sensitive and diagnostic tests should be very much specific. So we come on to sensitivity and specificity analysis. For sensitivity and specificity analysis, we need to make a table in this format. Uh, in first column, uh, the individuals with disease are tabulated. In second column, individuals without disease are tabulated. In first row, individuals who come positive for test are tabulated, and in the second row, individuals who come negative for test are tabulated. So sensitivity is a measure of proportion of true positives among diseased individuals. So sensitivity is A divided by A plus C if data is tabulated in such a format. Specificity is a measure of proportion of true negatives among healthy individuals. So specificity is equal to D divided by B plus D if data is tabulated in this format, and overall accuracy is equal to A plus D divided by A plus B plus C plus D, or grand total. Similarly, there are other terms like positive predictive value and negative predictive value. Positive predictive value is the probability that a patient has a disease given that he or she has a positive test result. This is formula for positive predictive value. Negative predictive value is the probability that a patient do not have a disease given that he or she have a negative test result. This is the formula for negative predictive value. Both the positive predictive value and negative predictive values are affected by the prevalence of the disease. Similarly, we can calculate false positivity, which is equal to 1 minus specificity, and false negativity, which is equal to 1 minus sensitivity, then likelihood ratio of positive test result and likelihood ratio of negative test results. So this was all about sensitivity and specificity. Now we come on to receiver operating characteristic curve analysis. This technique is used to evaluate a diagnostic test for a disease or to calculate appropriate cutoff for screening or diagnostic test. ROC analysis sensitivity and specificity are calculated for various cutoffs, and a graph is plotted between sensitivity like this on y-axis and 1 minus specificity on x-axis. So this is ROC curve. The more the graph away from this 45-degree diagonal, the better the test is. So this is the magnified view of ROC curve. And in order to identify appropriate cutoff, sensitivity and specificity are plotted in a graph. So this is sensitivity graph and this is specificity graph against the result of diagnostic test. These are result of diagnostic test. So where the both the curves they intersect at this point is the best cutoff or best trade-off between sensitivity and specificity. Of course, we can move this diagnostic cutoff uh, towards left or right to increase the sensitivity and specificity as desired. Now we come on to inter-rater agreement. Inter-rater agreement or kappa statistics, Cohen's kappa statistics is used to analyze the observations of two observers. For example, in this table, I have written that observer uh, two, so second observer classify the entities into category 1 and category 2, whereas the observer 1 classify the entities into category 1 and category 2, and we can plot a 2 by 2 table. So if PE is the hypothetical possibility of chance agreement between two observers, and PA is the observed agreement, then kappa is given by this. So kappa is a measure of agreement between observer 1 and observer 2. So this is the formula for kappa where P is given as this and PA is given as this if data is tabulated in such a manner. So what is the interpretation of kappa statistics? So if kappa statistics is between 0.81 and 1, there is almost perfect agreement between two observers. And if it is between 0.61 to 0.8, there is substantial agreement. So similarly, it is interpreted. Then we come on to Bland and Altman plot. So Bland and Altman plot is used when both test results are continuous data. So Bland and Altman in 1986 proposed the use of difference plot. In Bland and Altman plot, the graph is prepared by plotting pair differences in values provided by two methods on y-axis and the means of values of each pair on x-axis. The agreement between the method is assessed from the closeness of plotted points to the nil bias or zero difference line. So if both the test result give same values, then the difference, the pair difference will be almost equal to zero. So we compare it by zero difference line. So this is the difference plot or Bland and Altman plot. We compare our result with this zero difference line, and we can also calculate the mean bias and 95% confidence interval in our case. So these are various tests used for analysis of diagnostic test. Now, what is the approach? Which test to use in which situation? So approach to analysis of diagnostic test. So we assess whether the gold standard and index test, we compare index test with the gold standard. If gold standard results are dichotomous categorical variable like yes or no, benign or malignant, then if index test is also dichotomous categorical variable, we can use sensitivity specificity analysis. If gold standard test is dichotomous categorical variable and index test is ordinal categorical variable, we can use sensitivity and specificity analysis at each cutoff, or we can use ROC analysis. If gold standard is dichotomous categorical variable and index test is continuous numerical variable, then ROC analysis is done. So this is the approach. Then, if gold standard is categorical variable with multiple categories and index test is also categorical variable with multiple categories, this scenario I have taken uh, to simulate to very similar to the inter-rater agreement or inter-observer agreement. We can use kappa statistics. So if gold standard is continuous numerical variable and index test is also continuous numerical variable, we can use Bland and Altman plot or the difference plot, or we can use the linear regression. So this is the approach for analysis of diagnostic tests. Thank you very much.